you. Hello, my name is Vidlo Prejs. I'm from Scania CER, and today I would like to tell you something how we tried to increase the productivity of our salesmen with support from Ecofleet. We had some main triggers, some big problems, and one of them was the crisis in year 2009. As you can see on the chart, there is a really big drop down in 2009 in the volume of sales, but I think a lot of companies had the same problem, but the biggest issue was also there was a really drop down in market share. As you can see, it was around 6%, which is quite a lot. And unfortunately, in the year 2010 and 2011, we were not able to get the higher market share as we had before the crisis. So we started some brainstorming and trying to find some solution for this bigger problem. We had some market. Unfortunately, we are not able to contact all the customers on the market, so there is a smaller market coverage. And from this market coverage, we aren't able to sell the vehicles to all of our companies. So we had smaller part of the sold vehicles. This is some pipeline, and I think everybody of you know how it looks like. So we had to find the solution how to increase the quality and the quantity of our contacts in our database, because having bigger market coverage definitely leads to higher sold vehicles to increase the market share. We did some analysis of the workload of our salesmen. We have been doing this analysis with our 30 salesmen. I think it was 30, 25, around like this. And we did this analysis for 30 days. We created some groups of low value-added activities, medium value-added activities, and high value-added activities, as you can see on the chart. Of course, our goal is to decrease the spent time in the low value-added activities and increase the time spent in the high value activities. As you can see, traveling is almost, I think, 23%. So the traveling of our salesmen took 23% to get to the customer. But traveling is actually not the part which is selling the cars, the vehicles. The meetings are really more important, and salesmen need to be prepared for those meetings. So they are definitely high value added. So our first goal was that the salesmen had to work from the field, because in Scania we have a lot of systems, and all of them are somehow connected. But if you want to use some system in Scania, you need to be in the office. You need to be connected to Scania network, which is really difficult for our salesmen. So we needed to have something to provide to our salesmen to be able to work from the field. Also, as I said, in Scania we have a lot of programs, and there is one program for each activity, I think, almost. So the second goal was not to introduce a new system, but somehow consolidate those systems into one to help salesmen to have better overview. Also, as you can see, there is a divided between Czechoslovakia and Hungary that the time spent in the office is quite high. So management decided that this time should be up maximum 40% of salesman time. So we definitely need to somehow get salesmen to the field to be in touch with customers. So we took three biggest parts from low value added. One of them was traveling, and we had a discussion how to decrease this time, how to somehow make the life easier for the salesman. One of the questions was how the salesmen are planning the routes. We needed somehow provide them a tool for more efficient route planning. Of course, we needed to somehow provide them some filter for the customers, because we had quite a lot of customers. and salesman needs to be prepared for the meeting. He needs to know who to contact, who is more important, let's say it this way. And also when a new salesman comes, he doesn't know the customers, he doesn't know the routes, he doesn't know where the customers' premises are. So we needed somehow to help them with the navigation to the customer. All those things are actually quite big issues because they are taking a lot of time. Second part was the meeting preparation, because each salesman needs to be really prepared for the meeting. He needs to know a lot about the customer. He needs to know the customer history, last meetings, fleet size, etc. So we needed somehow to ensure how the salesman, how to prepare the salesman before the meeting, how to provide him all needed and important informations. Also, as I said, we had a lot of systems. We needed somehow to consolidate those systems. So we needed to ensure and get the data from a lot of systems and somehow consolidate it into one, which is so also difficult. And the last part was the update of the CRM, because we are using the CRM system for management reports. So each visit needs to be filled in the CRM and closed to have the history about the customer, to have the history about the last visits. But unfortunately, this CRM is working only in Scania network. So if you want to update the CRM, if you want to do something within the CRM, you need to be in the office, which was not requested. So we needed somehow to solve this problem, and we need to create some connection between new system and our existing CRM. So we know what we want to do. We created some use case, some ideal way how to work. So we needed some system, web application, mobile, it doesn't matter, where a salesman can visit, can plan his visits. He can prepare his daily agenda. Then he needs to have his daily agenda in the mobile, in the cell phone, because if he is traveling, he needs to know to who visit. The mobile application is really good, and it was needed because in the mobile application we can also use the navigation. We can use the cell phone as navigations. So I think most of you are using cell phone for them as well. Once the salesman is within the customer premises in the office, so before the meeting he would like to know the history about the customer. He would like to know important information, and those information are on the bottom right, taken from those 5 systems. Those 5 systems are some Scania systems. So we needed those 5 systems to have consolidated into one, and salesman will be prepared before the meeting. And once the meeting is over, salesmen need to create the records in the CRM to track their history. So that was the ideal way how the salesman could work. Actually, we were lucky. We find this Ecofleet application, because in this Ecofleet application you see all your customers on the map. So it's quite easy to know where your customers are. It's quite easy to navigate to the customers. And we developed some. We divided the customers into a few groups and some colors. Those colors are like a traffic light. So if the customer is red, that means it's okay. The customer was visited with our salesman. There is a rule from management to have at least 1 visit per 5 months. So that's why there is written last 5 months. If the customer is orange, that means something like a warning. Be aware, you have not been here. You have not been on the meeting with the customer. And the red means you have not been on the meeting within last 5 months, which is actually a problem. So salesmen need to focus to don't have any red customers. Also, as you can see on the map, there are circles and triangles. circles are just customers, and triangles are customers with who the salesman has a meeting planned, which is really good because you can really quickly see where you are going to do, where you have visit meeting plans. Scheduling the visit is really easy because you can click on the map, you can open the detail about the customer, and then this form will pop up. In this form, you simply fill the name of the task, which is some highlight what you want to discuss, for example. As I've written here, new track handover. And in the description, we are using this field as an agenda about the meeting, so a salesman can prepare some points what he would like to discuss with the customer. So once the salesman is in the vehicle and driving to customer, he has all his daily agenda in the cell phone. This screen is actually taken from the cell phone, so it's also mobile application, which is really good. Salesman see all his agenda, salesman see where the meeting is, salesman see where the customer is. He can see the meeting agenda, what he would like to discuss, and the really good part is that he can use the navigation to the customers. This system uses Google Maps navigation, so you have immediately information about traffic, so you can really easily avoid traffic jams and spend less time on traveling. As I said, data, information about the customers are collected from 5 different systems, and they are all presented within the customer profile. The customer profile was developed, and it's showing the most important information about the customer. As you can see, there are green buttons, blue buttons, so you can call directly to contacts, to customer from the cell phone, which is also good. You don't need to search for the numbers, for example. You can send an email. You can see the last appointments, what you was discussing with the customer last time to be really prepared. You see when he visited last the workshop, or what are his spends, invoices, contracts. So a lot of important information are in one place, few clicks away. After the meeting, salesman has an option to fill in some forms. We have some rule that if there is any opportunity for selling new trucks, salesmen need to create new opportunity in the CRM. And that was the tricky part, to have the connection between the CRM and this new Ecofleet system. So we are using forms in Ecofleet, which can be designed from administration, can be designed whatever you want to have inside. And those forms are sent as XML files to us, and then we are importing those as opportunities to the CRM system. So actually salesman doesn't need to open the CRM and create a new opportunity. He can do it really quickly right after the meeting from the mobile application. Also, when a salesman would like to close the application, not the application, would like to close the meeting, he has to fill the comments. Those comments are actually information what was discussed on the meeting, and those comments are also transferred to our CRM, so we easily track the history about visits and what was discussed on the visit. Also, as you know, it could really easily happen that I'm in the car, I'm going to see the customer, and unfortunately he calls me and cancel the meeting or postpone the meeting. Then what to do? Before the system, salesman actually didn't know if there is any other customer near or how far to get to the customers. So with this application, salesman has a really nice opportunity to search for the customers. And as you can see in the presentation, because salesman has the cell phone with a GPS unit, there is also information about the distance to the customer. So, for example, I am traveling somewhere and I have meeting cancelled. So I will open the application, search for customers which are promising, and I have not visited them, and I can see that Miroslav Hubnal is 700 meters away. So I will click on him, immediately see contact information, and from this application I can call him and ask him if he has some time, if I can visit him. And I see all the information about the customer from the field. So I'm actually really quickly prepared. Also, there is a really nice reporting for managers. Managers can control the salesman team, and they can, within, I don't know, 3-4 clicks to create some kind of report as it is on the screen. And they see the track where the salesman was traveling. As a flags, they see the meetings which were planned. So managers can quickly see if the traveling is efficient or not. Managers can see average distance per each customer visit. So I can see that my salesman is traveling in average 50 kilometers to see customer. So then I can sit with him and I can ask him, why are you traveling so much? Can it be done somehow differently, etc. And also managers quickly see the time spent in the office. So once again, if I have salesman who is sitting only in the office, I can ask him, why are you sitting in the office? You should be traveling, or you should be in touch with our customers, with our contacts, and I can create a discussion. So that's also good basement for discussion. And this is the really funny part, or funny chart, because we have implemented this system in 2013 and in the beginning 2014. So there is a really big increase of market share. I believe that it is not only because of the system, but I believe that this system helps the salesman to be more prepared for the meetings. This system helps salesmen for better route planning, better cooperation with our customers, and due to this, we were able to increase our market share. So thank you. That was my presentation.
Okay, thank you. Ar turėtumėm klausimų iš salės, Vytui, galbūt detaliau paklausti? Prašau, tik palaukiam mikrofono ir aš galėsiu išversti klausimą į anglų kalbą, jeigu reikės.
Hi. So what is that CRM program you're using, and what ERP program? Are they linked somehow, and do they interact with the customer payables, outstanding, and so on? So
as a CRM, we are using Microsoft Dynamics, some old version, I think 4.0, which is quite old, and this version is installed locally on our servers. So we need somehow to create a connection between our servers and Ecofleet servers. So this connection is done based on XML files, XML exchange. No, we don't have Navision. We have only all data are in the CRM about the customers. So it takes those data from the CRM about the customers and uploading to Ecofleet. And once the visit is done, from Ecofleet we are downloading information about the visits and creating new records in our CRM.
Прошу.
Hi, I have a question about how the salesmen input all the data after the customer visit. Do they tap on the phone or do they have some Bluetooth keyboards? What is the solution?
There are two ways. They can do it right on the cell phone. So most of them are typing the comments on the cell phone in the car after the meeting. But some of them prefer the keyboard, to have the keyboard, so they are closing the meetings when they are back in the office. So there are two possible ways. Also, you can close the meeting using the web application. So it's more comfortable for some salesmen.
Prašau dar klausimų. Prašau, palaukim dar mikrofoną tik.
Hello, Tomas Dežnauskas, Manarauto Vilnius. I have 3 questions. So one, how many customers holds one key account manager? How many meetings he is performing per week? And how often he is doing follow-ups?
In average, one key account manager, one salesman has about 300 customers, I would say. But not all of them are promising, so there is a little bit lower number. And from the management, there is a limit to have 15 visits per week, so they need to visit at least 15 customers. And about the follow-up, there is a rule that they need to be visited more often if they are promising within those 5 months. So I believe they do the follow-up when they see the opportunity to new truck to be sold. But I don't know exactly.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Dar klausimų? Vytui nėra. Okay, thank you, Vitas. So there is a small present from us. It's a reflector made by Lithuanian design and a piece of Lithuanian chocolate, so that your results would shine at this reflector. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ačiū.